everyone, and welcome back to my craft room, the messiest room in the house. But it's worth it, especially when you get to work with these dies. These are absolutely awesome. So this is the third of our 3 cards to go. So this is the third, and if you haven't got your kits yet and you want a kit, please let me know. Okay, let's see what we're going to do today. Okay, so here's today's card, the third of our 3 cards to go series. This uses 2 of the die cuts from the Ornate Layers dies. We'll be using this larger die with the little tiny holes around and the scalloped edges to make our designer series paper. And then we're using this die to make our frame. This larger ornate frame, and just because I wanted something in here, now you don't have to have this, but I chose to use one of the stitched rectangle stitch dies or stitched rectangle dies, and I used that one. So it's the 4th smallest. It's pretty much right in the middle of the pack. So you could just certainly cut a rectangle out to fit in here, whatever you chose. But I liked the finish of these, so I chose to use that. And that I have that cut for you. So let's see what we have here. Okay, so your card kit's going to come with your mint macaron base, with your designer paper die cut, and your terracotta tile. And this is the shimmery white, and I doubt very much you can see the shimmer on the camera, but this is a really pretty paper with just a slight shimmer to it. Pretty much doubt you can see that, okay? But in the inside, of course, we have a terracotta tile mat and a whisper white inside piece, okay? So let's put that aside. Now you can see that on mine, I chose to do a lot of stamping. I wanted to use this set to stamp a scene. Now, of course, you can do anything you want to do with it, but I chose to use the My Meadow stamp and multiple colors. So I'm going to be using a Mossy Meadow for the green path, the terracotta tile for the blossoms, the crumb cake for the gazebo, the early espresso for the trees, and the mint macaron, the same as the card base, for the grasses and the leaves all around the tree. So you could, if you wanted to, this is the stamp set that actually is part of this bundle. Now this image would look lovely, and this large image would make just a nice big background for your card. And this is good for a border or a corner and just some accent images. But I did not choose to use that for this one. I instead chose to use the My Meadow. And that is how we are going to make today's card. So let's get stamping. Let's just move this aside. Seems like the first thing I might want to do is go ahead and stamp these images. So I've got a lot of stamping to do today, and just because these are the photopolymer, I am going to go ahead and bring in my mat because it gives you just a little bit more insurance on getting a nice image. Get all my stamps lined up here too. Okay, so you can stamp this in any order you want. I'm going to go ahead and put my gazebo on here. So let's see my placement because I know I need to leave room for my path. So I will put my gazebo right about there. Remember, press it down, touch it all over. And remember also that these are distinctive, so it's not supposed to cover here, and it's supposed to be shaded. It's darker on the edges, kind of to show light source. So we'll set the gazebo aside, and I think I'm done with the crumb cake, so we're going to put it aside. Now the next thing I want to do is my path. So I'm going to get my mossy meadow for the path. And this path, it might even end up being water or anything because the stamp set has a bridge. So I want to stick my path up here close to my gazebo, press it down, touch it all over, let it set a second so the ink can transfer. That'll do. Get my stamp and chamois out here and wipe that off. I believe I'm done with the mossy meadow, so we'll set it aside. And let's do our trees with the early espresso. So we've got a couple trees here. You can place them wherever you want. You place one down close and one just up a bit. And our leaves will run into each other just like trees do. Ooh, I got a little smudge there, but that's okay. I'm going to cover it up with some grass. So I am done with the early espresso. And the next thing I think I'll do is I'll go ahead and put my flowers, and I'll put them right there about where that little smudge hits so we can cover that up. See, it's not a mistake, it's just an opportunity. If we needed to, we'll put an embellishment on it, but let's go ahead and stick our flowers down. I think that'll work just fine. Now I am going to need that one again, but since I have my flowers down, I want to put my blossoms with the terracotta tile. I'm going to put my blossoms on my flowers, and then that will tell me where I need to fill in with grass. Okay, blossoms. Put away the terracotta tile. And let's get back our mint macaron and put some leaves on our trees. Now I'm just going to put it down and stamp it twice. Down once and then just down one more time just to give a little extra dimension. And then I'm going to find my grass, my teeny tiny little grass. I'm just going to fill in with that. So I can put that anywhere I want. You see I got a little smudge on there again, but I'm just filling in with some grass. And stamp off a little. All right, I like that. All right, now it's just assembly. So let's set this aside and let's just start gluing stuff together. So this is going to go on our little terracotta tile ornate frame. Glue down. Let's put that. I'm trying to put it right inside all those little circles, and it's just about the right size to fit pretty good. And I'm using my liquid glue to wiggle it around so that it slides where I need it. So, put my card front in, and this is going to go there. This is just a nice size to fit right on there. Now, if you wanted to, you could just put a nice large sentiment or a different scene. You could turn it sideways like this if you wanted to, but my little gazebo wouldn't work that way. So I'm just going to glue this straight down onto the card front. If you see, I'm just putting my glue right there. I'm not really bothering with putting it out on these little tiny things because it's not really going to get anywhere. It's not going to fly away. And, oh, I forgot to stamp my inside. So let's do that. I will need my mint macaron back. Just going to wipe that off a little bit. So on the inside, I just stamped some flowers. So that's what I'm going to do here. Just as many as you want, wherever you want. Okay. And now I'm definitely done with the mint macaron. And I'll have to get back out, not the cocoa rose, I have to get back out the terracotta tile and put some blossoms on my flowers. Oops, got a mess. Some blossoms. And they don't have to fit exactly. They're just for some color. Of course, you can put a sentiment inside, whatever you need for your card to say. I'm just going to leave that sit there and dry a second while I put the inside. Put some glue on this. Get it into the inside of the card. Go ahead and put this down. Have a little wiggle room because my glue's still wet. And close it, wipe my hands off, turn it over, press it down, and there it is. That is our third card of our cards to go. Remember, this is card 1, this is card 2, and this is our third card. If you haven't let me know that you wanted them yet, and you do, please do let me know because I can make more. And this is the accompanying set that goes with these layers, but I did not use it for this. And I did want to tell you right now, these dies, the Ornate Layers dies, are on back order. Unfortunately, you can still order them, and they are to be available mid-May. So the Ornate Layers dies are currently on back order. The Ornate Borders dies are currently in not orderable status, but they will be back in stock because they are for the next annual catalog. So just an FYI, if you're looking to get these, evidently they were very popular and are currently sold out. There is some difficulty with inventory now, as you can imagine, with the COVID-19. There's some difficulty keeping the factories running. So they will be back in stock. They're just not currently in stock. So that's it for our third and final card. So if you have ordered card kits and you haven't gotten them yet, they're in the mail. And if you don't get them, please let me know and I'll make sure that you do. So thanks for joining me today. Take care and I'll be back. I don't know what our next project will be, but it'll be something fun. So take care. Bye all.